Welcome everyone to this Return to Light Summer Solstice Sound Bath Ceremony. My name is Autumn Noble. I am a holistic life and career coach. I work primarily with professional women all over the country to help them realign all aspects of their life with who they truly want to be. I'm so happy to have you joining me tonight on this summer solstice sound bath healing meditation. The summer solstice is a time for celebration, reflection, and gratitude for the abundance of life and everything that life and the sun have given us through the first 6 months of the year. I'm going to give you a little bit of background as we get started here about the summer solstice and its significance and why get-togethers like this are so important for our journeys and for our healing. And then at a certain point, I'm going to actually have you turn off your cameras and I'm going to turn off my camera and we're going to dive into the sound bath. At the end, I will let you know when it's time to rejoin the group and turn those cameras back on. So I want to start with just a brief introduction of the summer solstice and why it's important. I think most of us know that the summer solstice, it's the brightest and longest day of the year and the shortest night of the year. It truly is in honor of the strength of the sun and the richness of life and everything that the sun gives us. When you look outside at the new growth that started in the spring after that period of darkness in the winter, the sun brings everything back to life and creates abundance and beauty all around us. And the summer solstice is really an opportunity for us to stop and monitor and take that in and also honor the symbolic seeds that we have planted in our own life after coming out of a period of darkness as well. In the winter, for many of us, is a rough time, but symbolically for those of us that kind of honor the ebbs and flows of nature, winter is a time to kind of go within and withdraw and take stock and plan. And we initiate those plans in the spring, and then in the summer, we start to witness those plans coming together. This period in time allows us to acknowledge the power of light over the darkness, and it really honors the cycle of life, that everything in life is always sort of ebbing and flowing, good and bad, light and dark, growth and fruition, and then decay and death, and it all kind of starts again. I feel like the summer solstice is particularly relevant right now with everything happening in the world. It's an opportunity for us to recognize that even in chaotic times, light always returns and it always can come back. And part of our work right now is keeping our own lights bright so that we can be part of that return. The word solstice literally means sun stands still, referring to the pause in the sun's movement through the sky. The sun appears to kind of pause and linger for this extra long day of the year. And then after that pause, the days actually become shorter and shorter as we move back into that period of reset, regrowth, and kind of introversion. Historically, the ancient Druids they were kind of the learned population of the Celtics, and they believed that the summer solstice was a really sacred time. And some experts actually believe that Stonehenge was crafted and created in order to honor the solstice and and capture the power of that solstice and solstice ceremonies. So, it may feel like this is sort of new agey and woo-woo, but the fact of the matter is that cultures long before us have been honoring this period of the year and the meaning of this time in our lives. It truly is a symbolic turning point from growth towards reflection, introspection, and preparation for those colder months. So tonight is an opportunity for you to reflect on your growth, honor your growth, access some gratitude. And I'm going to take you through some intention setting practices that align with the purpose of the solstice. So those of you that are tuning in virtually, actually I think everybody for the most part tonight is virtually, the majority of you are. Go ahead and turn off those cameras. I'm going to turn off mine as well. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. So at this point, you can kind of step away from your computer. If you can have your earbuds in, all the better. But step away and start getting comfortable. You're not going to need your computer anymore, at least for the next 20, 25 minutes or so. I'm turning off my camera. Okay. So go ahead and start getting comfortable. You can remain seated or you can lie down. I definitely recommend lying down. If you do so, prop up something underneath those knees to support your back. Maybe you lay on a couch or a bed, but really finding a comfortable position where you can relax and access some peace and quiet. Close your eyes gently. Start to slow your breath. And notice how you feel supported and safe by the ground or the sofa or bed beneath you. As you lie there, bring your attention to that breath. We often are in many places at the same time. Our body is in one place, our mind is in another place, and our heart and spirit are in another. And when we bring our attention to our breath, it is a very simple way to realign all those parts of ourselves back into one place. So if at any time during this meditation you feel yourself wander, you feel uncomfortable, your brain starts to race, bring that attention back to that breath. And just notice the way that it feels on your nose. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Notice how with each breath your body falls deeper and deeper into the space beneath you. Just continue to breathe deeply, letting your body feel heavier and heavier, melting into the space below you. In honor of the solstice and all that we have done over the prior 6 months, I invite you to start reflecting on your accomplishments so far this year. It's an opportunity to acknowledge how all the seeds that you have planted in the spring of your year and all the efforts have grown over the last 6 months. I want you to start imagining some of those accomplishments, some of those efforts, remembering how they worked out or maybe didn't work out. But just allow yourself to gently start reflecting on the course of your life during the first 6 months of this year. As you do this, gently place your hands on your heart. And you can either speak aloud or say it quietly, silently to yourself. 3 things that you're grateful for that have grown or flourished this year. Take your time and really force yourself to think of 3 things that you're grateful for, that you have created, grown, and nourished over the last 6 months. Maybe it's simply self-confidence. Maybe it's showing up for yourself for things like tonight. Maybe it's using your voice, asking for more. It doesn't have to be anything big. Keeping your hands on your heart, reflect on those successes, big or small, and start to allow gratitude and pride to fill your body. Just as the sun helps the flowers and the seeds to bloom in the spring of our lives, your hard work and follow through has nurtured your dreams and your efforts. This is a space for you to honor that, to respect the effort that you have put out there and honor what you have accomplished, whether it went the way you wanted it to or not, simply recognizing that all effort is part of a bigger plan. and that the most important thing is to honor that you're trying, evolving, and moving forward. Continue to breathe into this space of gratitude and pride. Taking one more deep breath and giving one more final thanks to yourself for all that you have contributed to your growth and evolution over the last 6 months. You can allow your arms and hands to return to your sides, again finding that comfortable position, allowing yourself to breathe deeply and gently. The summer solstice is a time of expansion and illumination where we celebrate what you've grown, but we also start to envision what you want next. As you breathe into this space, I invite you to set a personal intention for the second half of the year. What are you calling in for this next season? What gifts are you being asked to share more fully? As you breathe, contemplate these questions and just see what comes up for yourself. What are you calling in for this next season? What gifts are you being asked to share more fully? As you breathe into these questions, allow an intention to set for yourself that we will return to at the close of our meditation. This intention may be to continue your efforts, to continue to grow, to try something new. But pick one thing and let that intention rest gently in your awareness. Offer it to the light, the sound, and this simple, quiet, present moment. As you think about this intention, visualize the sun's energy charging that intention with strength and vitality. Picture your life blossoming alongside the flowers that we witness around us. Imagine that intention growing and continuing to join you on this journey of evolution and forward progress. Holding that intention gently, we are going to begin with a simple breathwork exercise before we dive into the sound bath. We're going to do a simple box breathing exercise. If at any time during this exercise it becomes uncomfortable or distracting to you, please feel free to return to your normal breathing. For those of you who want to engage in this breathing exercise, we are going to breathe in for 4 counts, hold our breath for just a moment, and then exhale for 4, and hold once again at the bottom. Let's begin by emptying our lungs and taking one slow breath in together, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold, and exhale 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold. Go ahead and return to your normal breathing. Start to notice your body, scanning from the top of your head to the bottoms of your toes, noticing any areas of tension, noticing any distractions, areas of discomfort. As you start to observe your body, I want you to imagine the warmth of the sun lingering just above the top of your head at your crown chakra. Imagine the light from that sun warming your body, spreading from the top of your head all the way down to your feet and your toes. And as it does so, this warm light of the sun softens your edges and any areas of tension and gently starts to light you from within. This is the solar energy that will serve as our anchor as we get started on our journey. Go ahead and lie back. And remember, as we honor the solstice during this time, we are illuminated, we are growing, and we are ready to shine. We begin our sound bath. As we do so, we begin with a track chanting Om, the universal sound connecting all life amongst us and around us. You will hear the Om sound repeated throughout this track as we begin with the root chakra and work our way through. Just gently breathe into this space, anchor yourself in solar energy and your intention. You don't need to do anything but simply be here now, and I will return to you at the end of our time. Continue just to breathe and enjoy the sounds. All right, my friends, go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Maybe wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Just feeling yourself return to this space, to this moment together. Gently wiggling your body, just coming back into this moment with a few deep breaths, a few small little wiggles. And if you'd like, bringing yourself back up to a seated position, feeling free to turn on your camera if you'd like. Certainly no expectation that you do. I want you to recall the intention that you set for our time together, bringing your awareness back to that goal, that thought, that plan for the next 6 months together, and recognizing that it's your gratitude, your appreciation for yourself and all of your hard work that will truly indicate whether or not that intention makes itself come true, that your gratitude, appreciation, and self-reflection are much like the sunlight for the plants and the trees around us. So I invite you after this time together to pick up some flowers, plant anything that grows and has its own life, and bring it into your home and use it as a reminder of this time. Use it as a reminder to be grateful for all the work that you have given, all the hard things that you've done to create everything around you. Letting that flower, that plant that you bring into your home be a reminder of how far you've come, how much you've grown, and everything that went into it. And recognizing yourself for taking this time and being thankful for that and honoring that every time you look at that plant or that flower. As you think about the solstice and enjoy the longest day of the year, remember that everything comes in its own season and that we are entering the peak of summer, the peak of sunshine, and that we begin the slow descent into reset, death, and decay, and starting fresh, and introspection. And so this is our opportunity as the sun's time in the sky sort of comes into a close or a more limited time moving forward. We have an opportunity to decide what we want to do with the remainder of that time before we enjoy the winter and that time of introspection and regrouping. As you think about that, remind yourself and remember that during this time, we are all illuminated, we are all growing, and we all have things to shine in our own unique ways. With that in mind, I want to close our time together today by saying namaste, which is a word that means the light within me honors the light within you and sees the light within you. And so no better time than to close a summer solstice meditation with the word namaste. I thank you so much for being here with me today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me at autumn@theuncomfortabledream.com. I hope that you will join me again on upcoming solstice and equinox meditations. I also plan on hosting meditations in honor of the full moon and new moon as they come and go. So keep an eye out for those. Watch your inbox and your email, or check out my channel on YouTube to see when those are coming up. Once again, thank you all for being here with me tonight. Namaste, and may the summer solstice be a shining light for your weekend ahead, and enjoy this time of growth.